Uh, so I feel a lot of negativity, and it seems to come from projection a lot of the time and my maladaptive ways of dealing with things. But I just watched a XXX Station video. Like, I don't know when he died, but it seemed like he was basically ascending, and he was getting to a place of equanimity and finding what he needed to do with his life, trying to be a leader, trying to present what he thought was best. I've come to the realization, though you can get inspiration from other people, from him, from me, from whoever, ultimately you have to ground yourself on the DNA and the roots. Inspiration of you as an entity and what you think in order to be fulfilled. It needs to come from you, and it needs to feel good, and it needs to not always feel good. You have to get things done, but all these little things like you need to sort of rewire your brain back to how it was as a kid. So there's this idea of having a legacy and being a leader and being impactful now and being a demonstration of what the human capability can be. But then there's all the nuance in between that makes up your life. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that we are finite. We'd like to think we're better than that. I often fear death now. I think about it. But really, what it comes down to is living while you're here to live. Try and play it smart like a game. Have courage and trust. That makes faith. We can be creators. We can give into fate, the opposite or the same. It depends on whether we become fate in that sense. But I'd rather just help. I think my path is to act and present something amicable in the human condition and use resources to help somehow, because the infrastructure is terrible. So I want to change things without getting assassinated, basically. I think that is basically easy, and it can be done. I feel people's negativity, whether it is through projection now. I feel it as a tangible heat. I always have, but now it's getting to my heart. And this taint I've gotten from another recently really has affected me, but I need to push forward, need to create new ways of dealing with this, and also negotiate with myself in the areas that I do fall short in. So this is a great war. We fight this on the front lines, not in trench warfare, though it is a war of attrition. Somehow we're still on our feet with our weapons, and we're fighting our own fight, but also letting go of the weapon and trying to find a peaceful resolution within ourselves to get to the loving place, or at least what is right, not necessarily loving, discriminatory in the right way. Using your own ideas. And going on to another job, most likely firefighting. Whether or not that's the right placeholder at the time, I believe it might be. But ultimately, I need to move on from that and correct. XXX Station is right that we need to be the forerunner in our own lives, carrying the ball, getting to the destination, carrying our load, whether it be good weight or lesser. Be like Spider-Man, have responsibility with great power. Be like Jesus' sacrifice, but really try and embellish what you are as a person and what you came here to do. Try and be that, my friend. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? Just find your own way. Listen to yourself. You don't have to love all the time, but you can thrive and create love even without love. But don't turn to the dark side. Never. That's bad for everyone. Sometimes you do need to do and not try. But the journey is outstandingly meticulous and specific. And the fine lines between what you should do and should not always grant themselves to you in presentation daily. So I'm going to try, and then I'm going to do, then I'm going to die. Always fun.